Hi everybody, this is Black Lion. I share, critical insights about survival in Dubai, especially if you're an African. So today I have a special, take onto things. I have a question that I want to answer, and this question has been coming to me from all sides, from family, from friends, from everybody who visits and they having their time in Dubai. They ask me this one important question, and they ask, why Dubai? It's important to know that in Dubai there's diversification, which means everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. It doesn't, you don't have to be Asian, African, European, anyone. Everybody's welcome, which means you can get out of your place and decide to move here and you come and make a living for yourself, irrespective of where you come from. Now, I come from Africa and I've come in here and I've made a life for myself, and that's just one of the examples. So everyone is welcome. It doesn't segregate. You can apply for your visa and then you can come and move and you start whatever you want to do and you live here. So that's critical. Diversification. There's so many people from all nationalities all over the world that are here, and there's this one question that you don't even have to worry. When you're here in Dubai, the question is where you coming from. Oh, where you from? You meet a Filipino, they ask you where you from. You meet an Indian, they ask you where you from. You meet a Pakistani, you meet so many people all over the world, European, African, everybody says where they're coming from. So that's diversification. Critical for me, which means I was able to move in, and that was it. The economy. The economy is a first-based economy, which means it's imports and exports, this trade, and it's highly driven by trade. Trade is a key factor in this economy. So if you're coming here, if you want to identify yourself with any kind of business, there's opportunity for that. Now, in my situation, I wanted a fast-paced economy much faster than where I was, and I wanted to build a life for myself much quickly after going through a series of challenges where I came from. And so I needed something in order to be able to build myself a life very fast, and Dubai became the first thing for me. Because when I came in here, I was able to find a job and quickly settle in and start a life. So a high-paced economy as it is drove me to come here. Okay? Access is one thing that enabled me to also come to Dubai. By access, I mean you can get off from your place and come here without necessarily thinking, oh, there's too much paperwork, there's so much, a lot of pros and cons before you come here. This was critical for me because I moved with my family, so I couldn't leave my family behind. So because of this, there is limited paperwork that you have to do. You just come with your visas and then find a job and then get yourself that job, apply for get yourself a family visa, and everything is settled down. So this was very critical for me. Unlike other places, I won't speak for Europe and US and other places, whereby when you're to move, yes, you can move with family. Of course, it doesn't matter because there's high-profile people who move along with their families. But if you're a person like me who wanted somewhere you can move with your family and don't have to go through so much paperwork, so much tedious stuff before you can actually move with your family, this was the place for me. So this is why I chose here. Food. I mean, who doesn't speak about food? Everyone wants to be able to survive with food. In this place, you can get all types of foods that you can, eat. If you're from Africa, you can get food from Africa. There's all different kind of nationalities all over Africa, and their food is available here. You can find this everywhere. Actually, not everywhere. In specific places. If you know where to find them, there are people who, their shops and their stores from different countries, and everybody sells their food. So you find, as long as you stay long enough, you will know where to find what, and everything is here. So in terms of food, that's did it for me. From where I come from, there is food from my region of the country, and so I was able to, I know who to call, and to get myself that nice and juicy, tasty, fresh food from my country. I know where to find it. So food is critical. Just like any other places, other people from all other countries, they have food that comes from everywhere. So everything is here. So food is critical for me. Accommodation is something that usually puts people off in so many places all over the world, but here you can find accommodation depending on the income that you're getting. If you're getting a high income, you can get yourself an apartment, and you rent an apartment. For example, my income is not, I don't even know what's high and what's low, but just enough for me to rent an apartment for my own to live with my family. So there's also other people who have much higher than I get, that they can rent much bigger apartments. And there's those people who can also rent villas. And then there's also people who have come in and this is the first place for them to land and to start to get a job, and they're starting off in their life, and they can also get decent accommodation in terms of bed space and so forth. You can have an accommodation based on the salary or the income that you're getting. So it doesn't segregate in a way that, you know, this, you don't get accommodation. Everybody finds where to stay depending on your income, and that's it. Jobs. I'll be straightforward on this. With jobs, I should say, like I mentioned in the first time, it is diversification. So everybody's welcome. Just like everybody's welcome, even the jobs that you're getting, even the jobs, there is competition. But if you know the right thing to do, to position yourself in the right position, to see the right people, to use the right channels in order to get interviews, to do all these things right, there's an opportunity for everybody. You can get yourself a job and start yourself a life. There's nothing that is impossible. You can do it by yourself, and there's ways to do this. So jobs, there's an opportunity, an equal opportunity for jobs. I don't speak for other places all over the world. Of course, it's difficult to get jobs. I mean, who doesn't know it's difficult to get jobs? But once you're in Dubai and you know what to do, you know exactly which system to follow, online criteria to follow, how to prepare your CV, how to get yourself in front of the right people, and what kind of job you want to do, there is opportunity for you to get a job. Systems. And by systems, I mean there is no much bureaucracy when it comes to Dubai. Bureaucracy isn't that high. I mean, systems are super streamlined in a way that, and by systems I'm talking about government systems as well. If you're going to any government office and you want to apply give an example, you want to apply for accommodation, you want to apply for a residence permit, you want to apply for a visa, you want to apply for a driving permit, all these divisions, it is streamlined that in a way there's no much bureaucracy. Within 24 hours, 48 hours, there's high chance that you exactly get what you wanted to apply for, which is not the same in so many parts of the world. So this has been very critical to me, because once you spend more than 48 hours, this is from experience by the way, if your application is taking more than 48 hours, then you need to check. Maybe there is something wrong in it. Perhaps the information you provide is not right. Perhaps this is not right. But if you have everything set up that is required, 24 to 48 hours, you most definitely have what you need. So these are the reasons why, I know there's a couple of them. There's a lot of reasons why Dubai that can answer that question. But I just wanted to share some of them from my perspective, from my experience, from my way of thinking. I don't know what other people think, but this is why I chose to move to Dubai, and this is why I've spent many years in Dubai, and this is why I'm still continuing to live here. So if you like my video, you can share it, or you can subscribe. Right now it's too early, but it's never too early, because to be honest with you, I remember every single first subscribers that I get, and I have a secret plan that for the first 50 subscribers there's going to be presents for them, but not now, and that's in the future. I will not forget those who signed in first. So you can subscribe now and join me on the next video or another as we speak. I thank you for being a good crowd, and hope to see you again sometime when I share more about survival in Dubai for an African. Cheers.